Hello guys, welcome back. So in this previous video we have seen about arithmetic encoding. Now we'll see about decoding. Okay, so let's start. So here I have the same source as ABC hash and the corresponding probabilities 0.4, 0.3, 0.1 and 0.2, and you have this code word as 0.23608. You have got this output in the previous problem, okay, while after encoding the input string. So now you have to use this for decoding process. So let's start. So make a table with 3 columns: current interval, sub intervals and output letter. So first you have to take your initial interval as 0, 1. This is always fixed, okay. So next what you have to do, divide this interval into sub intervals, okay. I have already shown you how to divide the interval into sub intervals, so if you have not watched the previous video, please watch it first. So here again I'll show you how to make the sub intervals quickly. So you have the current interval 0, 0.1. So for finding first sub interval, what you have to do, you have to take this 0 as it is, and for finding this one you just have to take this value P1, okay. So you get 0.4 here. So next, right of previous becomes left of current. How to find this? Take the sum of these two, that is P2. So you get 0.7. Next, right of previous becomes left of current. Then how to find this? Take the sum of these three, that is P3. So you get 0.8. Right of previous equals left of current. So now how to find this? Take the sum of all this, that is P4. So you get 1 here, okay. This is 1, not 0.1, okay. So now you have the sub intervals. Now what you have to do is take this code word and find in which sub interval it falls, okay. So you have the code word as 0.23608. Check where it falls. So see here, 0.236 is greater than 0 and less than 0.4, okay. So this code word falls in this sub interval, okay. So what you have to do now, check the source, okay. So since this is at position 1, so here we have the positioning. This is the first position, second, third and fourth. So since this interval is at position 1, you have to check which letter is at position 1 in the source, okay. So this is at position 1. So in the source, which letter is at position 1? We have a A here, okay. So you have to output A, okay. Check the position of the sub interval. Check the position in the source. Find out which letter is at that position and output that letter, okay. So you get a A here. Next what you have to do is take this interval as the next current interval. Divide this into sub intervals, okay. So how to make the sub intervals, I'll show you again for this. So see here, I have the formula. So this one is for the first column and this is for the remaining one, okay. So this calculation is for the first row, okay. Now let's see for 0, 0.4, that is this one, 0, 0.4. So let's find the first sub interval. So use this formula. So you get L as 0. So this is for this first calculation, okay, and this one is for the remaining ones. So these are identical formulas, just the left hand side is different, okay. So first take this 0 as it is. Then how to find the right hand side? Use this formula. So L plus R minus L into P. What is L? 0. What is R? 0.4. So what do you get? 0 plus R minus L, 0.4 minus 0 into P1. Now why P1? Because we are finding the first sub interval. So P1. So what is P1? Our first probability, that is 0.4. So you have to multiply it 0.4. So what do you get? 0.16. Okay. So now let's find the second sub interval. So take this right interval as the left of the next one. So you have 0.16 here. Now how to find this? Use this formula. So L plus R minus L into P. What is L? 0. What is R? 0.4. So 0 plus 0.4 minus 0 into P. Now what is your P? P2. Why P2? Because we are finding the second subinterval. So what is P2? Sum of these two. So 0.4 plus 0.3. What do you get? 0.7 here. And the final answer after solving this you get is 0.28. Okay. So next, see here, you have got 0.28 here. So you have to take this 0.28, right of previous is the left of current. So now let's calculate the third one. So here this right one is the left for the next one. Now find this one. So you have L and R as 0 and 0.4. So 0 plus R minus L, that is 0.4 minus 0 into P3. So what is P3? The sum of these three. Okay. So you get 0.8 here and the final answer is 0.8 into 0.4, you get 0.32. Okay. So next, take the right of previous equals left of current here. So 0.32 comes here. So how to find the right hand side? Use this formula. So what is L and R? 0 and 0.4. So 0 plus 0.4 minus 0 into P. Now what is your P? P4, because we are finding the fourth subinterval. So P4 is the sum of all these. So what do you get? 0.4. Okay, so 0.4 into 1 you get 0.4. So you have got your subintervals. Now after making subintervals, what you have to do? See here. Check where this code word lies. Okay, in which subinterval this code word lies. So check for this 0.0, 0.16. See here, 0.23608 is greater than 0, but it is also greater than 0.236 0.16. Okay, so this value is greater than this one, so it cannot fall in this subinterval. So next, check for this one. So 0.23608 is greater than 0.16 and it is less than 0.28. So this code word falls in this subinterval. Okay, so you have to take this subinterval. Now what is the position of this? 1, 2. So this is at second position. So now check the source. At position 2, which letter do we have? We have a B here. So you have to output that B. Okay. So next, take this as your next current interval. Divide this into subintervals. Okay. I have shown you how to calculate these ones. So just remember, for the first subinterval, take this 0.16 as it is to the left. Then how to find the right ones? You have to use this formula. Okay. So now your L is 0.16 and R is 0.28. And what will be your P? For the first one, your P will be P1, that is 0.4. For second one, P is 0.4 plus 0.3, P2. For the third one, P is 0.4 plus 0.3 plus 0.1, sum of these three. And for the fourth one, what is your P? Sum of all these. So you get these subintervals. Now check where this code word lies or falls. So check here. It is greater than 0.208 and here it is greater than 0.208 but less than 0.244. So this code word falls in this range. Okay, so you have to select this one. So now what is the position of this one? 1, 2. So check the letter corresponding to position 2 in the source. So we have a B here at position 2. So you have to output B. Okay. Next, you have taken this subinterval. So take it as the next current interval. Divide this into subintervals. Okay. Then what you have to do? Check where this code word falls. In which subinterval it falls. So it is greater than 0.224. It is also greater than 0.2332. Now check for this. It is greater than 0.332 but less than 0.2368. Okay, so this falls in between these two numbers. So that's why we take this one. Now what is the position of this one? 1, 2, 3. So check the letter corresponding to position 3 in the source. So at position 3 we have C. So you have to output C. Okay. Next, take this as your next current interval. Divide this into subintervals. You get these values. Now check where this code word lies. So it is greater than 0.23464, then it is also greater than 0.23572. Now see here, it is equal to 0.23608, and also here also you have a 0.23608. When such is the case, I suggest you to take the next value, okay, the value at which this code word is at the left hand side. Okay, so we select this one, fourth value. So this position is 4. Now check the source for the position 4. Which letter is at position 4? Hash. So you have to output hash. Okay, so now after encountering hash, what can you conclude? That your input or the output is fully processed. Okay, so hash marks the end of a string, so your output is complete. So now you have to output this string. Okay, so what do you get? A, B, B, C, hash. If you remember, we have our input letter for the encoding as this string only, so your output is correct. Okay, so your decoded string is A, B, B, C, hash. Okay, so just remember, be perfect in making these sub intervals. Okay, then while calculating first sub interval, you have to take P1. For second, take the sum of these two, that is P2. For third, the sum of these three, P3. And fourth, sum of all this. Okay, and these are your L and R values. Okay, so just remember these things in mind. And for the output, when you encounter hash, you don't have to go any further. Your output is, you got your output. Okay, after outputting the letter hash. Okay, so this way you have to decode the given code word. Okay, so you got this output. So I hope it was clear to you. If you have any doubts, you can ask me in the comment section. Okay, so thank you for watching. Keep learning.